When paying electricity bill, have you ever felt that you are paying more than expected? Even though heavy electricity usage is avoided during the peak hours you recognized. This is because you don't catch the real high load period. In Sweden, many facilities like households and factories consume energy through appliances that manufactured many years ago, without either smart meters or controllers that allow automation and remote management. Therefore, users do not know how much they consume under dynamic time of use tariffs and end up in expensive bills. At the same time, the penetration of renewables and energy structure in Sweden leads to grid congestion for grid operators in winter. All the factors make the consumption patterns inefficient. How would the situation turn out to be if every facility were able to provide flexibility? Our solution aims to enable every potential flexibility asset owner to contribute to a smart operation of the grid, empowering the end users to make a more conscious choice about when to consume and allowing them to reduce their electricity bill. SmartFlex is designed for a better use of energy individually and at society level, through a spread in time of the demand or through participating in flexibility markets. It seems easy, but how do we achieve the functions? The SmartFlex product consists of an outsourced hardware that acts as a smart meter and a controller and an in-house developed software. Our software analyses the end user's behavioral consumption patterns and requests minimum feedback from the user to suggest a better operating mode. Then proposes new consumption patterns that allow the user to save on their electricity bill. Finally, it allows the remote control in appliances. This may sound a bit scary. To what extent are appliances controlled? Well, it depends on the permission granted by each user. Our go-to-market strategy goes together with a progressive development of our product and of the electricity markets where we want to play. At a first stage, we plan to partner with a system operator like Vattenfall Eldistribution. As we have seen in recent news, the use of our product by electricity consumers is in the interest of system operators. The first units will be sold to our partner system operator and to microgrids or energy communities to be implemented in households. This first stage is dedicated to users in dynamic time of use tariffs, where the end user will benefit from direct savings in their electricity bills. Dynamic time of use tariffs are present in many countries, including Sweden, which is our niche market. Electricity consumers pay different prices for each hour depending on the prices set on a day-ahead market. But today users do not have the time to pay attention to the consumption prices at each hour of the day. SmartFlex does this for them. In a second stage, we plan to sell our product to aggregators. But for aggregators, households are not interesting. That is why, after a first pilot validated with households that continues to grow and generates revenue, we will start the development of SmartFlex for industrial facilities. Aggregators play a key role here to keep an eye on flexibility markets and see when to sell. By enabling industrial facilities like factories that often have batteries or backup generators to play in the flexibility market, the flexibility potential of the whole city will be greatly increased. And this increase in the liquidity of ancillary service markets can avoid grid reinforcements thanks to a better grid utilization. In addition, the total addressable market of 2021 is calculated to be €243 million, while the number can be expected to increase to €1.77 billion in 2051. And the serviceable available market of 2021 is €4.7 million with our expectation. But no business can start without looking at the market. During the past months we carried out interviews, listened to the worries of our end users, and looked for similar businesses out there. The threats identified were turned into opportunities, strengthening our competitive advantage and differentiating ourselves in the market. For example, one of the biggest concerns was data privacy, so we ensured that the data that we use can be encrypted and gave the option to each user to give SmartFlex the level of control that they wish. Let's see what advantages we have. First, we will automatically remotely control your electrical appliances under the premise of your permission. Let them run under the best conditions, in order to achieve the purpose of reducing costs. Second, we will participate in a wide range of electricity markets, including electricity wholesale markets and flexibility markets, so that you have more and better choices. Third, we don't need you to own an electric car, battery, etc. Just download our app and start your energy-saving journey. This leads us to our business model, how we position ourselves in the market, how we cooperate, how we transmit our value, you can see here. If you want to watch it carefully, I suggest you pause for a while. Are you interested to know more about our growth plan? Let us show you the numbers. During the first year, we plan to develop the product itself by hiring professional developers to develop an algorithm which can analyze the consumer's consumption patterns and creating a prototype. The second year, we approach energy communities who will be part of initial implementation. The household product will be sold at a price of €200 per unit. In second and third, we also plan to collaborate with DSO or TSO to implement our product at a larger scale by gaining their customers in return of minor stake in the company. While the product for industrial facilities will be sold at a unit price of €5,000. These prices are based on the cost of goods price, which is the outsourced hardware, and already exists on the market. During the fourth year, the numbers will continue increasing, and they will only get better in the following years. In the fifth year, we start to expand our company. You might wonder, where do these numbers come from? Well, the number of units sold for the first 5 years is based on sales of a very similar business with a similar niche market. But of course, all this does not come for free. In addition to the costs of goods, we want to be sure we stay competitive and grow fast. The two pillars of our success are the human capital and an innovative marketing strategy. Since the very beginning, we plan to hire senior developers and engineers and to retain the talent through incentives every year that reward their loyalty. Apart from these, we took into account computers and other equipment that is depreciated and amortized throughout the years. We will also rent an office as of the third year. Until that time, we expect to join one of the several pre-incubator programs that offers a co-working space. We believe that being able to work in the same office is important for the motivation of our employees, as long as local safety regulations are complied. Our marketing strategy will be focused on increasing the popularity and acceptance of our product by the end user. How? We have already partnered up with a Spanish startup called Filiately. As experts in digital marketing, Filiately reaches a vast public through the so-called content creators. Content creators are people that are popular among our target public and constantly publish on social media. Reaching to aggregators and system operators will be done in a more classic way, through energy events, fairs, and taking advantage of our network. Here are the 4 financial keys we need to operate our project. First is the money from our pockets, undoubtedly, but we need external financial for sure. Second is startup thriving plans from educational institutions, EIT InnoEnergy and KTH. Public sectors, like EU and Swedish government, can be stakeholders of our projects. We are also looking for business angels and partners to make us flourish. Do things right is as important as do right thing. SmartFlex members contain all characters in GC Index profile to have a great brainstorming, which can more likely bring the project to success. Does our business touch your heart and have resonance? Do you want to know more about our business plan? Keep in touch with us through phone, email, and social media channels. Last but not the least, our project received lots of support from Esade, InnoEnergy, and KTH Royal Institute of Technology.